It worked beautifully. Lindsay, you beast. Grand Diplomat wants to talk, though. And man's best friend, Keston, can do that shit. I'm just going to put him on it straight away. Saving that. That was awesome. I think it's time for us to put on a curse. I don't want it to be Jod, I think, because Octavia needs to get her arcane up to a 4. I don't want to do a 60-day, though. No. No. Definitely no. Here we go. Alright. Before we do this, again, we're going to save it again and save it for a curse. Okay, before curse 45 days. Quick save, of course, 2. Start your project, sir. And then we gotta talk to our Grand Diplomat. What you got to say for yourself there, Dippo? Diplomat says we are burning lots and lots of months this way. What's up, Lindsay? Dora, we arrested a strange man. He was making a map of our rivers and bays. Upon his capture, he shouted that he serves the Black Marquis and was sent to create a map of the local trade routes. But pirates are full of guile, and this map might be used not for trade, but for raids. What are we going to do with him, being that he's admittedly served another king? The most important thing now is to appear strong and influential. If we demonstrate our military power, the pirates will be afraid to face us. Even better, we could show them our riches. Whether or not the story about trade routes is a tale, we can let the Black Marquis wonder if he'd be better off if he were our friend. I wish to know more about the Black Marquis and his protectorate. Once a Chelish pirate named Morgan the White visited the village of Deadbridge to rest and replenish his supplies. He settled there and in time decided to build a whole pirate nation there. Those joined him began to collect duties from foreign ships, but they never touched the ships of the river kingdoms. Thus he gained the support and respect of his neighbors. That's how the protectorate was created. Alright, choices of showing off military, showing off economy. Ooh, espionage increase, deceive him. Convince him we are a backwards country with little to offer. That is a bad idea. The more pathetic we look, the safer the target we seem, and I don't want my former friends saying that Lindsay now serves the ruler of some backwater country. Too bad, I want espionage. It's all about the +3, kid. Support the Grand Diplomat's endeavors. She'll stay with us, though. She don't know everything. Dragon, what up, bro? Alright. Give me a traditional upgrade. Torpor. Thank him for a gift. I'm going to let him work. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll make me my thing. Like I said, I think if you just tell him, thanks, I'll accept whatever you give me, I think they'll give you the gift eventually. Cheryl. This is our seamstress. Unnatural robe. Need something from you? Okay, Cheryl, what is your list? Tell me about you. Cheryl needs Arcane up. Yeah, that's something we're working on. Divine is already up, though. That's good. Aristo's Holy Place and Royal Hunting Grounds. That's your thing. Alright. Got lots of good robes. New clothes. I want to get those butterfly wings. That's the gloves I was telling you about. Oh, and this is Talkie Talk already. Shania. Oh, big talk. Oh, most worthy one, I spend day and night listening to the stories that guests of my workshop bring to share. I decided to sort those stories and put them in 2 baskets, one for stories from local peasants and hunters, and another for stories of travelers from faraway lands. Surprised I was to see that the first basket stays empty all the time, while the other is almost full. While I was thinking about it, I took a walk in the forest, and I meant to jump over the forest stream, but being as how my mind was all distracted by my great basket mystery, I accidentally jumped too high and into the upper branches of a tall oak. And there they were, the stories that had been stolen from the first basket, all hidden in a magpie nest. Okay. Sitting on the oak branches, I asked the magpies why they stole from the basket of local stories and never touched the other, and the magpies told me that they love everything that's shiny and bright. And what could be shinier and brighter than your fellow neighbors discussing how they went to the stream to wash their clothes or repaired their fence 3 years ago? Surely not the dusty stories of weary travelers. Ask yourself, O worthy one, why I told you this story, and this is your answer. I have reforged this story into the gift which I present to you now, the Life Stopper. Oh, baby doll. You are the person. Life Stopper, Life Stopper, Life Stopper. Who was that? That was Shania. That was Talkie Talkie. Shania, what are you doing? That was not her masterpiece. But it's an S-stock. Ooh, let's look at it. Alright, I got stuff. And I want the newest to oldest. And I got a Torpor Hammer. For those of you wondering what that was, this is the one that I actually was tempted to have on a build because it is a finesse-wielding weapon and therefore light also. And therefore you could use it in your offhand and not cause penalties for two-handed weapon wielding. The reason I wanted this one was because of not the increased crit range, which by the way is a lie. The tooltips are incorrect here. But on a successful critical hit, it has a chance to stun the enemy. So there is a chance to set yourself up sneak attack if you stun them. Now here's the downside. Look at the fortitude check on this shit. It's piss. So this is a weapon that's just no. Just a no. And again, it's okay. I mean, for the money, I'll sell it for $3 grand. But it's a piece of piss. Now, we also picked up an unnatural robe from Cheryl. And this is a +2 to your will saves. And gives you negative energy resistance 10. And you can cast Phantasmal Killer once a day. So it's, again, not the best robe ever. Sells for money, though. And this is the one we just got from Shania from Talkie Talk. This was Life Stopper, the S-Stock. This was something that I wish I had in my last playthrough when I made my S-Stock Saint. For those of you that saw my solo guide for S-Stock Saint, this was something I was hoping to find. Didn't realize that it was an advisor or an artisan that was making it for me. It's a speed keen, which means the highest possible crit range for an S-Stock, and it's a +4 weapon besides. Those three things alone are worth freaking having this weapon, and it's a baller-ass weapon. Nothing special beyond that. Extra attack around, highest possible crit range, and a +4, not a +5. But think about what we just said there. I have a speed weapon that's already keen, and it has a +4 enchantment on it. If I was to use this on a sword saint, like my character I have right now, but one that uses an S-Stock, right? If I was to use this on an S-Stock saint, I have the ability to buff the weapon up to a +5 with the arcane enhancement ability that all mage I have access to. Now, you can't take it above a +5, mostly. So, anything above 5 is wasted. So you'd actually buff the weapon in another way. So, at best case scenario, for example, for my main character here, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is our enhancement. So you see this? I'm at Arcane Weapon Enhancement +4 right now. So if I were to take this weapon in my hand and buff it, I'd be able to add up to another +4 to it. Now again, the maximum total being +5, which means I'm losing out on 3 points. Well, what could you buff that give 3 points instead of wasting those 3 points? I could set it on fire. That's a point. I can make it do cold damage. That's a point. I can make it do electric damage. That's another point. So I can have a speed keen enhancement +5 weapon total that's also on fire and does cold and does electric damage all in the same weapon. And again, the extra attacks around. Highest possible crit fishing that you can get. Tell me you wouldn't want this as a weapon finesser. This is an amazing weapon for someone that went S-Stock. And remember, sword saints get to pick whatever weapon they want at level 1. Period. Doesn't matter if they have proficiency in it or not. They are given proficiency in that weapon. So I could pick S-Stock, I could pick Bastard Sword, I could pick Great Sword, I could pick the Gnome Hooked Hammer if I wanted to. Whatever weapon you want, you pick it, that's your weapon. I was dying to find a good S-Stock in the game for freaking hours. I was not this far in the game, but for that build. But I got well past Chapter 3 and into Chapter 4, no problem. And I think the best S-Stock I found was an Agile S-Stock +1 or some shit like that. And that's it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, really? Really? That's all you're going to give? Well, screw you, man. So S-Stocks were not common. So this was an amazing upgrade for those builds. Damn, that sucks. I wish I would have known that back then. I would have totally pushed this artisan to make me just whatever they could and give me this weapon. Because this is a freaking baller-ass weapon. Anywho, Notice, by the way, if I would have taken it to a +5, I'm one level away from that. And I'm getting actually pretty goddamn close to dinging 17. But when I get to that weapon, think about this. This +5, again, for that same weapon we were just talking about, remember, it's already +4. I can make it up to a +5 total, which means I'd have 4 points wasted at this level. Well, what could you make that's 4 points? Well, I'm glad you asked. So you see this thing here called Ghost Blade? Notice how it gives you the Ghost Touch ability, that's a point. Or Brilliant Energy, that's 4 points. So now think about that S-Stock we just talked about. It would be a Speed, Keen, +5 S-Stock that has the Brilliant Energy buff on it. What does the Brilliant Energy buff do, class? That's the one that turns your weapon into a touch attack weapon, because it penetrates all armor and shield bonuses that the target has. So it literally does nothing but touch attacks. It is so easy to hit targets at that point, it's ridiculous. Now again, Brilliant Energy is not the best weapon buff to have. It doesn't work, for example, against undead. It doesn't work against constructs. But it's a buff, which means I added it. So if I'm coming across undead or constructs, I just don't add that buff. I add something different. I make it a Ghost Blade. I make it a fire, flaming, shock, electric, cold, whatever buff. And I'm still happy. Point though is, that was a solid choice. And I have better than that. I even got Bane Blade. Remember where I said you can't get beyond a +5? Technically that's not true. If you Bane Blade it, you could have a total enhancement of a +5, but you also have the Bane component added to the weapon. What does Bane do? Bane gives it another +2 to anything it's swinging against. So now a +5 weapon became technically a +7. And it goes one step further. Anytime it hits that opponent, any opponent, because it's a Bane bladed weapon, it does an extra 2d6 of damage to that opponent. So again, it's a +7 to its swing, and best case scenario, and it does another 2d6 of damage. That's a solid upgrade. I'm just saying, there's a lot to really like about that weapon that she used, and that really sucks. I mean, I'm happy we got it. Don't kid yourself. It's a solid weapon. No one on our target is going to use it, and no one's skilled in S-Stocks. It's a damn shame. So we're selling all 3 of these things. Oh well.
Serve you.
More money for the coffers, I suppose. Looking good though for when we finally get to go to pit tax. Like I said, I wanted at least a mil. We're doing goods. Oh, did anyone should check this always? Nope. Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans, yo. That was from Shania. That was nice. +1 relations. And again, just to reiterate that little story that she unleashed upon us. Remember, you don't get to tell her what to bring you. She was giving you a hint about what to use to level her up. So the things that she wants more than anything... my handwriting is bad. Looks like economy. I think that's my handwriting. I think it's economy at 8 and a relations of 4 and 8. And relations is probably the storytelling that she's talking about. Yeah, relations. Yep. It's because we did a relations upgrade recently that she came back and told us that little story. Basically, I think she's letting us know that we're on the right track. So again, and relations need to be rank 4 for her to go up a tier. She just went up a tier. See that? So that was cool. That's probably how people were figuring this mess out without telling us how they did it. Little jerks. Okay, we're on the 3rd day of the month. Quick save that mess. Couple days later, and Tristan will be available. No problem there. 13 days later, and he'll be available. So again, I don't mind burning 14 days. Rank up. Who are we ranking up? And are we putting someone on a curse now? He's on one. Okay. Ooh, magic. Is it time for magic? Espionage. It's time for espionage. Divine, no. Stability, no. Economy, no. Arcane. Yes. Okay. Save that. Now, current on our events. Projects are looking good. Is there anything we can do? Can't do these because they take both of us to do it. So it has to be something else. And it's early enough in the month that we can do a 20-dayer. Kingdom Defense, pass. Albury Fighting School, pass. I don't make those things. We'll get around to it. Lost Dwarven Knowledge. We're 45 days, though. Pass. Keen of defense. Okay, so no. Curses is busy. Training. Okay, we do training. We could use a training. High Priest of Ja'ad. Keston. He's at a 14 right now, so you go higher. Ja'ad's at a 14. He could go higher. And it's a good way for us to rank him up. Bart, no. Bart, no. Storyteller is a Magister, no, because Octavia's our Magister. Now, that's something that we need to test eventually. I don't want to do it right now. But he's at a 12 right now. But not for a Magister, he's for a Curator. That's what we got him listed at, see that? But I'm wondering if we use this to rank him up, if his 12 will go up. I don't know that. I kind of, my guess is no. But it would be good to test. Mayor, again, as a treasurer, he's not a treasurer. That's Jubilos's job. So again, that doesn't do us any good. Keston as a warden is a solid upgrade. So let's label some of these here. What do we got? We got Bart, no. Bart, no. Storyteller, no. Mayor, no. Bart, no. Or Jod. Okay, so who do we want to level up? Are we leveling up Jod? Or are we leveling up the warden? Jod's going to be busy on his curse for 45 days. So I'm of a mind to do that one. Because, again, it's not that it'll help with the curse. He passes the curse regardless. It's just, if we do that now, when he gets done with the curse, he'll be in a better state than he was when he went in. So I like that idea. So I don't mind that. But Keston is usable now. Something may happen now where we need him. Now we have coins. I'm not worried too much about that. But yeah, I want Keston. I want to do that. Okay, and now we're going to do this rank up for her. Hold on to your butts. Let's hope we don't have anything that shows up that's Jod only. Because if we do, we have to go back in time again. That shit's starting to get old real fast. Of course, you succeeded. Success, +1 community, +4 to loyalty. Triumph, man's best friend, +1 economy, +5 stability. Boop. No problems so far. Magister wants to talk to us. Got a problem with Fey Magic. Looks like that Trishan can handle that. Ekin has a problem with the War of Shadows. Opportunity can be Jubilos probably. For Rusty Dog, opportunity in the sales. That can be Lindsay. Veteran, that can be Reg. Hey, I think we're okay. Let's hard save that. As much as I hate doing this thing, I'm actually starting to get into it now. This is more difficult than I wanted it to be, though. 61, 50. I'll put a coin into that one. He's already at 100. I don't want to put a coin in his. He needs one. Oof, boy, he needs one. Let's just start that event now. He's good at 90, 100. Lindsay's at 75, and at 61. I think I'm okay with him passing it on 61. Alright. Quick save. To the throne room. I am quite surprised we have not had another invitation to Pitax. I wonder if we're not supposed to this entire time. Maybe that's the whole point. We need to give you a certain rank before he'll invite us over. Dora, the townsfolk have launched a complaint against the inhabitants of the Mage's Quarter. They speak of dubious characters prowling the streets while their sleep is disrupted by terrifying noises and flashes of color. So no big deal, right? But the people became fed up when a young alchemist's mistake led to a contained explosion. A mistake, you say. Windows all on the streets started shaking, and then some sticky purple substance rained down on the town. Children started playing with it immediately. Well, that was messy. Allegedly, it made the streets smell like a wet goblin's hide for a whole week, Octavia tuts. They're amazingly well versed, these accusers. They must have plenty of time to go around smelling wet goblins. I understand just how difficult it can be to live alongside mages and alchemists, but if we forbid their experiments, the magical potential of our kingdom will surely dwindle. If we limit their freedom to research, we'll clip our mages' wings, and they won't be able to help us expand. Therefore, I think we should refuse the citizens' complaint. So if we do this one, banning arcane experiments for any problems that the Magister attempts to solve in the strike region. Roll twice for resolution and pick the better result. It's actually kind of cool. Community +2, arcane -4, stability +2. But you see what that is there? Banning arcane experiments, kingdom effect for any problems that the Magister attempts, which is her, to solve the region. Roll twice for resolution and pick the better result. Basically, is a freebie, like a rolling for advantage. But you have to literally poo-poo magical experiments, which seems antithetical to what they're basically trying to say, right? Now, the experiments must continue. The townspeople will just have to put up with it. -2 to community, +4 to arcane, -2 to stability. Arcane, we need it to go up, so I'm cool with this. Arcane experiments in the capital, +1 bonus for solving events by Magister in the claimed regions. In the Shrike region, this bonus is raised to +3. Boom. I knew you'd understand. Don't worry, I'll find a way to calm down the neighbors. We'll put on a fireworks show or something. That sounds nice. New event, arcane protection from compulsions and support the Magister's endeavors. Love you. You're the bestest. Give me stuff. Who are you? Turbo. Alright, where are you at there, Turbo? Turbo. Ooh, you're the one that wants espionage to a 3 and an 8. And you want the guards headquarters and the towns. Oh, this is my leather person. Oh, what do you got? Burn protector. Okay, that's a leather gear. Make something specific for me. What might she make that would make me happy? Gloves. Ooh, this person. Okay. For Turtle, for those of you that want specific type of gear, Turtle not only has the ability to make good belts, like that mirror belt, or the Conqueror Worm, or the Lightning Belt, no less. They also have the ability to make a magical item for me. Show off your leatherworking skills. The magical item, for example, can be Brightest Darkness, Cloak of the Seer, or the Eel Circlet I was telling you about not too long ago. But if we go for gloves, leather gloves, the choices are, again, we don't have a choice. She just brings whatever. Is the cheat sheet gloves. That's just like a +4, +5 to various skills. Basically, it's why it's the cheat sheet gloves. Like, so you have the notes written on your gloves kind of thing. Or, and this is the cool part, Ultimate Grip, Blessed Hands, Royal Gloves of Valor. Now, that may not be the entire list of gloves that she has access to, but she'll make one of those more likely than not. I say go for the gloves. You'll love what I come up with, I promise. When it comes to leather, I'm the best around. You betcha. Now, why do we want those specific types of gloves? Let me explain to you what those gloves do. The Ultimate Grip gloves are like a +6 or a +8 to strength, and like a +4 or +6 to con. So basically it's like a belt of strength and con all in one. And they do something else. I can't remember what the other thing is. But Blessed Hands is gloves that you give to a healer of any kind. So anyone that does cure spells, because I believe, if it's the gloves I think, they cast all their healing spells at +4 caster level higher than they currently are. So if you're level 16, you're casting it like you're level 20, just because you got your gloves on. And that's freaking cool. Then, the Royal Gloves of Valor, that would be the ones you'd want. Those ones are for a charisma-based build. That's the one that's like a +6 to your charisma. It's not +8, but it's a solid +6. And all it takes is a glove slot, your hand slot that you get to put those on. And you probably weren't putting a whole lot on your hand slot anyway. So that's a solid choice, and it gives you something else besides. I can't remember what else, but Royal Gloves of the Valor was a free and amazing upgrade for a charisma-based caster. Just saying. Solid choices. Oh, and I forgot the arcane. Oh, yeah, I forgot to look at what you brought me. The burn something. Burn protector, was it? Probably sell materials, my guess. Newest to oldest, burn protector. Fire resistance, yeah. Leather armor +2. Oh, it allows you to cast Remove Disease once a day as a 5th level cleric. That's kind of weird. Whatever. And when I do armor, by the way, you notice how it says armor class is 4. That's the 2 and the 2, right? Combined. But notice that the max dexterity is 6. I usually combine the 4 and the 6 in my head when I'm looking at armor. So basically, this could be a 10 to your armor class if you have a high dex. So I'm looking at it going, okay, that's not bad. 10 is like plate mail or slightly better than plate mail. So it's not the worst thing ever for a dex-based character to be the equivalent of plate mail, in my opinion. And the fire resistance is nice, but it's not something that we care about for our team.
How
We have
may I
spells for that sort of
serve
thing.
you, Your Highness?
You could totally buy this thing. Thank you. And more loots for when I go to Pitax. I wanted to check this, of course, first. Make sure there wasn't something in here. Does not appear to be so. Come over here, and when we get to the pit tax, you better believe that I'm going to be taking an entire hour of going through all our characters, equipping and unequipping gear, deciding who needs what, and selling everything we can sell, because pit tax, there's a really good vendor there. Protection from compulsions. Magic protection with a statewide area effect. Provide immunity to compulsion effects while fighting within the claimed regions. I wonder if that counts. Remember, we've claimed the area that the Tenebris depths are in. And there's compulsions in that goddamn depths all the time. So if this is something that we could invest in, and we go to Tenebris depths, that might be worth it. We got rank up, of course, for Arcane again. She wants to go to from 4 to 5. That's not the worst idea ever, but it would burn up 14 days. And I don't know if this is a 30-day month or a 31-day month. There's nothing else to do. I guess what we'll do is we'll hard save it. And then we'll quick save it and we'll try it. I don't necessarily say it has to be Arcane, but somebody's getting ranked up. If it goes to 14 days, if it finishes on a 31 and we have time to still install people into the various things that pop up in the next 14 days, then that's okay. I don't mind that. So who are we ranking up? No, he's busy. Oops. She's busy. Culture could go up. Stability can't because they're already at 5. He's busy. He's busy. She's busy. Kane could go up. Alright, back to the beginning. So we could either rank up Culture to a 4 or Arcane to a 5. What are we at here? Culture. Arcane. Arcane has more points invested in it too, so that doesn't mean anything per se, but what that means is she'll probably even ask to be ranked up to a 6 after this. And again, we can totally say no and just not do it, but I'm just saying that there's potential there for more growth is my point. Culture, go up to a 4, he may ask to go to a 5, and that's fine, I don't mind that. Again, 5s are our magic number so far. We're doing well, but again, we have, every time we do a curse, we rarely have an opportunity to rank her or Jod up. So every opportunity to get them higher is a good idea, in my mind, anyway. So I think we're going to err on the side of giving it to her. Again, is there anything else we could have him do? No. We'd have to buy some BP to have him do any of these things. Oof, we're broke. Maybe we'll just burn some days. We could do, like I said, one of these. Airstill's Holy Place, Royal Hunting Grounds, no. Trading Ground, no. Ooh, I could do Magic of Candlemere. Okay, I could buy some BP and do this one. And this one's needed for someone else to be happy. And +3 bonus to the Magistrate to take advantage of opportunities in this and all adjacent regions. The Mage Towers provide additional Divine and Arcane, so these numbers will go up. She'll have a better chance. So this is almost as good as, probably even better than, her ranking up. You see this? This will take 14 days. Let me cancel both these guys out of this right quick. But this would take 14 days for her to rank up. Doesn't cost us anything. But if we do this one, it takes 7 days. It'll be only 24 days in the month, so we still have time to do stuff still. People will burn up their, whatchamacallits, like Jubilos will be done, for instance. And he will be closer to done. She'll be finished with her upgrading the Warden, which is awesome. And, well, it costs us money to do it, or BP, I should say, to do it, which I'll have to invest in. It's only a week. I'm going to buy 150. It's only a week. And it'll give us the flexibility to do something else if something else crops up. So I don't mind this at all. And this +3 to all her checks. So basically instead of a 17, she's basically at a 20. And you may not see that, by the way. You may not see the +17 going up to a 20. It'll just say +17. When you put her in something, she'll have a slightly higher chance to pass it. And you'll be like, what the hell is going on? It's because of buffs like this. That's all this shit up here. You just don't notice it until you literally put them in the choice and say, oh, let Octavia do it. Oh, suddenly she's at like a 75%. Why? I thought she'd be at like a 60. What the hell's going on? It's because of something like this +3. You're not seeing it. So again, always check when you have multiple choices. Check everybody if you feel like it. Anyway, I don't all the time either, but feel free to slot people in there every now and again and say, oh, well, let's see what we have for choices. Don't rely on these numbers. We have more than enough BP to do this. Done our save. And see, a bunch of crap just showed up too. Now, Triumph, military +3, economy +3. Again, mercenaries, we paid them, so we lost money. And this is the multiple time we've done this. Success, Keston's upgraded. We have more things. Now notice, Keston got upgraded. He's not currently working on anything. Let's see, advisor wants a word. Ooh, whether this is pit tax. Runaway opportunity. Keston's available, and now he's up to a 15. I bet he was a 13 not too long ago. So that's a solid upgrade for him. So let's have him start that event. She's... yeah, I'll burn a coin on her. What the hell? I'd rather know that she passes it. We'll save that mess. So long as nothing happens in the next, say, 6 or 7 days, this curse will go through. See what I'm saying? So he's busy all this month, is my point. So literally, if nothing happens where we need Jod, we're fine. It'll progress next month. Somewhere in the line of next month, he'll finish this curse. And then again, if something pops up where only he can handle it, we'll at least be able to do one thing with him next month. That's my goal. Cool. We saved. Save again, just in case I didn't. Advisor wants a word to the throne room. This is probably our invitation to Pitax, is my guess. Lindsay! Congratulations, Dora. It looks like your subjects' efforts weren't wasted after all. The Black Marquis and his pirates that were prowling around here won't be attacking the kingdom. At least that's one problem off our hands. Oh, okay. So that's that thing where he said, make us look stupid. Good job. That's a little weird, but whatever. It's not what I was expecting at all. Okay. Over here. Well, alright. Now, since we have more time, we can do another 7-day upgrade. We need to find one that we can do, of course. Everybody busy. Okay. Ooh, bread and circuses, that might be a pricey one to do, though. Trading ground, that's Oleg's. I still don't think we should do that one. Royal hunting grounds, no. We wanted this one, but that one, he's busy. Okay. I don't think we want to do this. Just not yet, anyway. It's too pricey for one. I don't mind that. Again, we'll have plenty of buffs from it. But I didn't have anything in, because this was, where did that go? Bread and Circuses was a Varnhold thing, and I don't have anything on my list that says that that vendor, that our artisan from Varnhold, that leathersmith, that she wanted us to do bread and circuses. I could be wrong. Again, it could be they renamed it or something. But she did want it. Guard headquarters was on the list, so I trust this one. I want to do it. So again, I don't want to do... Let me rephrase. I don't want to do this one before I get a chance to do the other one. Because if I don't know that if I do this one, then I don't have access to the other. See what I'm saying? I know this will upgrade her. I want to do this one. If I can do both, I'll do both. But this will be the second because this is not on my list. Same with Royal Hunting Grounds. It says it has no effect. I know it'll upgrade the tier of that guy. The people, I should say, in that kingdom. But that's all it does. This one is a benefit. And it does the same thing. It not only gives me the benefit, but it also gives me the tier upgrade for those same people because it was on their list. So again, I'd rather do this one first because if I can only do one, I'd rather do the one that gives me another benefit. This one would be nice. If I can do both, I'll do both. But I'm doing this one first. So again, we're going to have to hold off on that. So what are we going to do? We don't have... Let's check our journal. Just make sure we're not missing out on anything silly. Okay, 3 regions, secondary regions. It looks like some neighbors are envious of those better lives. We must work to avoid feuds among our own subjects. Those left behind will have taken care of. Got plenty of time for curses. We still got like almost 4 months for the next curse. So we have a good four, conservatively 4 to 8 upgrades as far as stat upgrades we can achieve. Now, which ones would they be? Obviously, espionage, we'd like to get it up to at least a 3. I'd love to have everything up to a 4, quite frankly. So let's see, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to get everything up to a level 4. That's probably unrealistic. I'll probably pick something that I want to be a 6, like economy, and something else like arcane to get it up to a 5 and a 6 maybe. So I really like to make sure that the magic people, the ones that are making our magic gear, that's what I specialize in, so to speak. I'd rather they do well. Although I will say, now that I think about it, to be real clear on this, I want Nazriel to be happy. Hold on a second. I lost my baby. Nazriel is a... She says population. I don't know what the hell that means. That's gotta be community, right? So maybe I need to work on community next. Because she needs that to be a 5. And she needs relations to be a 6. That's going to be a far cry away. I need to do economy once and need relations twice to get that up to where she wants that one to be. Whereas community, if it is population, to get it to 5, she just needs 2 into this one. So this would take 2 ranking ups, whereas this would take, to get what she wants, 3 total. Because remember, I don't want to have relations jump to a 6 until economy is a 6. Remember? So, again, that would take 3 upgrades. This would take 2 upgrades just to make her quote-unquote happy. And again, that's if I'm right, because it's the tooltip that I found online said population, not community. But community specifically says statistic represents the kingdom's population. So I have to believe that that's what she means. And again, it makes sense. She's all about showing off, right? Remember, she's the perfect person. Hence the reason she's making the weapon perfection for me eventually. So it makes sense that she's going to want to have more people around to show off her kick-ass artisanry. So that makes sense to me. So I believe that's true. So I think I'd rather rank that up. In community, I believe region, that's got to be Val. I could do another rank up. I think Val is available. We would have to hard save it though, because it's going to burn up the last of this month. Because we don't know what's going to happen in those next 6-7 days. So we hard save it. We'll quick save it as well. And this will burn up all these guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checks. So this may be why we don't want to do this. We lose 6 checks at the same time. And the 24-day curse will be down to 10 days before he's done with that curse. So he'll be pretty damn close to being finished. But, like I said, this is going to be rough. Let's do it. Come on, team. You can do it. Have faith in your abilities. I really love to get Ekin up another one too, so that's why I'm really not trying to go crazy with the rank ups for other people. Community, we're at 4. Triumph, +5 military. The general's idea is to return the veterans back to the army is paid off. They became sergeants and instructors, passed their knowledge on to the young recruits. Their valuable experience has made the army stronger. Officers were present to ensure that the veterans didn't overstep their bounds with their younger comrades. Well, all right. Success. Wow, we lost a lot of BP. See that? Grand Diplomat signed a contract with the Sea King, purchasing 3 fast trade ships. This is another example of what I'm saying, why I always try to have like 100 BP on me. We're still in the stable category, so always keep an eye on that shit. But that's why we always want to have 100 to 200 BP just lounging around. But that's a solid upgrade. 6 economy, 6 relations. We're doing real well on our numbers here. These guys are solid. These guys are still lagging behind, so relations divine. Anytime we get more relations, that's a definite boon in my mind. Arcane, honestly, as weird as it is, Arcane was one of the last ones that come up here. Same with stability. And they're our best ones right now in this lower level tier stuff. Espionage is still lounging behind too, but until we start investing in him, I don't think we're going to get a lot of things that increase that. Triumph, +3 to loyalty. Fey magic. Counselor servants arrested the mischievous Fey and compelled him to repair the damage he'd done. Damn right. Triumph. Masters offered to the runaways a place to stay in the castle under constant guard. In gratitude, they took a few of the master's underlings as their pupils. What was he? Mighty genie binders from the island of Jalmaray are fleeing their master, Thakar Karthwan. Well, that's a name just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? They seek a quiet place where they can wait for his anger to pass. If given shelter, they might share the secrets of their craft. Well, apparently they have. And again, relations, solid upgrade, and arcane, a very nice upgrade. Nicely done, Octavia. Damn it! Ekin. Minister spies infiltrated the ranks in one of the warring bands, but realized just in time that their cover was blown. Most of them managed to escape, barely evading death. Yeah, we're not going to suck up on that. We're going to have to suck that up. Winged Menace, +3 stability. Everything except for one thing. Wow. Really? Stability went down 2. Damn it. I want to take it. I want to say good enough. I really do. We got someone in the throne room. People's Wrath. We got plenty of people to put on that. Nope. Nope. We said we're scum saving it. We're scum saving it until we get everyone to pass. Sadly, that means we're going to miss out on some of those triumphs. More likely than not. But it's what it is. Oh, I should actually, while I'm doing this, because this is a 14-day upgrade, is there anything I can put someone on for like 20 days? 45, 20, nope, you're busy, you're busy, okay, curses, no, training, we have Bartholomew's Treasurer, no, no, Magister, no, Treasurer, no, I think we have everybody. Oh, Jod is a High Priest, here we go. I don't mind that, but remember, Lindsay's little extravaganza last time cost me like 100 some BP, so we want to make sure we're replacing that 100 back. So we're back at 176. So that in 14 days, he'll be down to 6 days left on that little nugget, right? Let's actually quick save that, so we don't have to do it again. Start this mess. Show what you got. We got trolls on the border. Trolls! Alright, guys. Prove my faith in you is justified. Damn you, Reg. We're doing better than I did the last time I played this, though, when I got to this level. I must admit, I'm very pleased by that fact. And this ranking them up is clearly what I was doing wrong. I was doing training, not rank up, because it takes so much time. And I'm like, well, the training's easier. You can just do it in autopilot, damn thing, and walk away from it. Whereas this requires I be there physically, and we burn 14 days. And this was always like, well, I can't possibly do that. Well, apparently that was my mistake. Military Triumph. Triumph from Lindsay, costing me 97 BP this time, so less than last time. Military Economy and Relations. Nicely done, Lindsay. Success. Taking it. Triumph. Taking that. Damn it. And another Triumph. Son of a B. Let's take a look at Ekin to see what he's got going on here, because he may have a bad roll to begin with. I don't think so. He's at 61. He should be passing this shit like every other time. So we're just going to keep going. We'll just keep trying. We'll make it. It's just like I said, we're not going to get all the triumphs that we've been seeing lately. It's going to be like success, success across the board. And it's just going to suck. Or it'll get a triumph for something that doesn't matter. Okay. Nope. I'm not dealing with that, Reg. Stop that shit. It's getting close to my 3-hour mark here, too. I'm getting hungry. You guys need to start doing it. Papa needs his lunch. / dinner. Dinner. Okay. Come on, guys. Show me what you got. Yeah, a bunch of failures what you got. That's what you got. A bunch of failure. And that's surprising for him, too, because remember, his main stat, by the way, is strength. That's why he's at a 14, is because he's so goddamn strong. So he's at a 61. He could be much, much worse. And I think I even burned a coin on him to get him that high. So it's kind of disheartening that he literally sucks this much. I invested heavily in Reg to make sure he's awesome. He's my biggest brother. Gotta represent Magi for life. Okay. Damn it, Reg. I'm gonna start telling people about you and how you suck. He would be a fun one, by the way, when you gear him out. He's going to get a cloak that allows him to do electric attacks, do more damage. And he's give him the robes that I have, or will get, that does extra electric damage. And then the necklace that I have will do extra electric damage. I could literally have him doing like 3 plus 3 electric damage per die. So if you take that lightning bolt spell of his that does 10d6 of damage, that could do 10d6 plus 30. If it's intensified, remember it does 15d6 now. So that could be 15d6 plus 45. So a minimum of 60 damage flying off his fingertips AoE style. And remember, he also is a Magus that channels things like Shocking Grass through his touch of his weapon. That's a 5d6 attack, 5d6 plus 15. Or, in the case of it being intensified, 10d6 plus 30. So that's a melee attack where he can add another 40 minimum damage to the swing of electric damage through his weapon multiple times a day. He would be really, really fun to have for that reason alone. Anyway, we need to pass this. Come on, Reg. As soon as we pass this, we'll probably close the video down. I'm getting hungry and my head's starting to hurt. I don't know if I have anything to eat either. Maybe I should go get something to eat. Success. Triumph. Success. Success. Triumph. Damn it. Ekin, you're sucking wind, bro. I knew I should have taken it the first time he failed it. We had so many triumphs on that one that it was ridiculous, and I'm like, well, I still want to pass it all. It was only a -2. It wasn't that bad. We were still in the stable category, and it was a stability -2, not even an espionage problem. It was a stability issue, and it wasn't that big a deal. A -2 was a drop in the bucket compared to what we was looking at. So it was a straight up dumb idea to continue this scum saving event where I should have just said, yeah, we can accept that. But oh well. We've committed. At this point now it's a matter of pride. Success. Not surprising. Failure. Starting to annoy me. We'll get it. That's the great thing about scum saving. It's gonna happen. The problem really is the fact we have so many people that are turning in at the same time. If I had done a 7-day increment, it'd be much less of a problem. Triumph. Success. Success. Triumph. Damn you! Oh, another triumph. Son of a B! Oh, Ekin. What the actual hell, bro? 61% is not that bad. Was he 61%? Yeah, 61%. It's not that bad. Suck it up and deal. I can't believe he's failed every time. Well, actually, we don't know that, because every time I see a failure, I stop. So, he could have passed on those other ones. Success. Failure. Let's actually see if he passes it. Son of a bitch. Damn you, Ekin. How dare you pass it on the time that I need you to fail it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. It's going to be super good and fine. Success. Success. Triumph. Triumph. Every time with this guy. Oh god, this is gonna really irritate. Nope, we got at least 4 minutes to keep trying. So that's the 3-hour mark. And I need num-nums for my tum-tums. Plus it's getting hot in here. I need to turn my AC back on. Success, of course. Triumph, nice. Failure, son of a bitch, Lindsay. Success. Triumph. I'm just killing myself by making me see it. Okay. Just want to make sure that he still sucked. Shouldn't be a reason to keep pressing on like that, but I really liked knowing that there was no hope to pass it anyway. Okay. You do this, come on. Of course you passed. Triumph. Now Lindsay's on a fucking bandwagon of sucking. And now Ekin passes, of course. Son of a bitch. Come on, guys. Get your acts together. Why is Lindsay suddenly failing left and right when she was been crushing it all this time? It's okay. I got a few more attempts left in me. Success. Success. Triumph. Success. Triumph. Gee licking. Why can't you pass this? It's a 61% chance, dude. It's like a 50-50 shot. This is just bunk. I'm getting so frustrated right now, I think I deserve myself some serious snackums. I'm gonna get myself ice cream. Triumph. 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 I swear to God, Ekin, I just need a success. You don't have to be a triumph, bro. Just pass the check. Please, I'm begging you, dude. Just freaking... No, this is fine. It's all good. It's good, fine. It's good. Yeah, no, we like that. And another triumph. We got all triumphs except for one failure. You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking it. I do not care anymore. Ekin, we're going to have words, son. We're going to have words. Work ethic sucks, bro. But it's only a -2. That's what I said before. The stability is a -2. It can totally suck up that penalty. We're still at the stable condition. Yeah, I'd love to have a clean slate of passing everything, but that's probably unrealistic. And I'm really tired of, quite frankly, re-rolling the same goddamn check. We got a regent that wants to talk to us and a problem that can be handled right now. Let's have, well, let's see, 55 versus 50 versus 40. Yeah, we definitely want the 55. And I'm going to burn a point on it, so again, we're more likely than not to pass it. That'll be done in 20 days, so by the end of this month. Throne room, let's actually just check this out before we leave, because I am curious. As a matter of fact, let's hard save that shit too, because I do not want to have to deal with this again if we have a game crash or some weird shit. It sucks, and I'm sorry that we didn't get them all passed, guys, but it's just one of those where I'm just going to have to just learn to accept it. It's not that end of the world game breaking, like, oh my god, I can't believe you did this to me. I'm not worried. What up? Nice shield. Dora, a nobleman from Brevoy has arrived. He requests your approval to open a small business. He desires to open a few leather working shops in your domain to tan skins. This alchemical enterprise will make an unpleasant neighbor. Of course, the locals won't be happy about the waste and the smell, but we must concentrate on our business interests and relationships with our neighboring countries. The people of Brevoy will happily pay to move these tanneries away from their homes. But you have the right to make whatever decision you consider best for the country. Okay. Let's see. We need money, and that means business. I'm willing to make the deal. +2 to relations. We get to make a tannery for free. We're not Brevoy's dump. Let them find another place to put their trash. Relations are -2. I'm okay with a +2. And we can put the tannery wherever we want, which means any town, village, city that we want. So we don't have to be in any one particular one. Like our capital. We put it on the outskirts. And I know that sounds elitist, and I know that sounds like I consider myself better than my kingdom that's way the fuck over there, but I don't care. I want the goddamn tannery. I'll give the order to begin construction. I'll also reinforce the patrols in case there's any unrest. It's time your subjects learn how to work for an honest living, even if it means a nasty smell. And again, I've done plenty of shitty jobs. Let me tell you. Alright, just let's... Let brother Mutant drop some shit on you here. So let's talk about some of the shitty jobs I've had, okay? Brother Mutant has diced potatoes for a living. And I don't mean I was a chef. I don't mean I was a short order cook. I mean I worked in a potato chip factory where my job was to literally hack up potatoes. We sorted them. We decided if they were rotten or if they were green, and we would get rid of those. If any of the rotten ones or green ones could be salvaged, so we'll get green on one side but good on the other, we'd hack them in half and put the good ones on the conveyor belt and throw the bad ones away. While doing this for many hours, your hands get really cold, really tired, because the potatoes come from outside, and of course it's winter time. Now, having said that, they rinse them off so they have a cold, warm-ish, but still cold water that they rinse them with first before they come up my conveyor. Now, every once in a while you get a rotten one. They're obviously rotten. You throw them away. By and large, no one tries to salvage the rotten ones. I mean, you can try to hack them and get something that could go through this to make like 5 more potato chips. Ring a ding ding. Most people say fuck it and chuck it. I mean, let's just be honest. I, of course, am an overachiever. And I see one and I was told by my boss, you should totally do this and hack them up and see if you can salvage any of it. So I tried. You have 2 people on the conveyor. One, or 2 different conveyors, I should say. And we're back to back to each other. So I'm not looking at him or her. She's not looking at me. Right? So they're working on theirs. I'm working on mine. Now, we do not get to leave. What I mean is, if you have to use the bathroom, you hold it. Because there's no one there to go through the potatoes. Who's going to sort them? They're going to go right to the machine and clog the machine if you don't, A, chop them into smaller pieces, and B, sort the bad ones from the good ones. So you have to wait till you're relieved from someone in the factory to come and take your spot. Okay? So I'm there for an hour. I'm there for an hour and a half. I think, trying to remember now how this worked. It's an 8-hour shift, I believe. 8 to 10-hour shift. I think it was an 8-hour shift. And we were working in 4 different places in the factory, 4 different parts of the day. So for your first, when you started until your first break, you worked for somewhere for about 2 hours. And then you went on break. And you came back from break, relieved someone else from a different location, and you worked somewhere else for 2 hours. And that's how you basically did your 8-hour shift. So it's always more than 8 hours. But that was basically the gist. I was there for over 2 goddamn hours sorting potatoes because the person refused to come and relieve me because she, quote, didn't like sorting potatoes. Whatever. No one likes sorting potatoes. It was the worst job in the entire factory. But everyone did it. That's why everyone rotated out of it. So not one person or 2 people, whatever, had to do the same shit over and over again day after day. Because it's a thankless, disgusting fucking job. Now, while waiting for this person, and of course having to go to the bathroom, and needing to have my lunch break, because that was my lunch break that she was keeping me from, I'm sorting potatoes and getting more and more pissed. But I'm still trying to do my job. Now, I get one of those rotted potatoes. Again, I was told by my boss to try to salvage them, and it was a very large potato. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to hack this one up. We have a dull blade in front of us, and I mean dull. It's not a blade. It is a metal plate that is sharp enough that a potato can be hacked on it, and you can bust your fingers on it. We did that repeatedly. But by and large, you're never cutting skin with this. I mean, if you did, you'd have to fall from like a great height. It'd be more of a bludgeon effect than it would be a sharp effect. So it's not remotely sharp, this thing. But you can literally grab a handful of potato and bam! And of course that blade goes up through the potato as best you can, and you break it off and you cut it again if you need to make another smaller piece. So I'm trying to hack this rotted potato. Again, 2.5 hours into my 2-hour job. And waiting to use the bathroom, waiting to get some food in me, completely hungry. And completely pissed off because I know, I can see the clock. I know I've been here longer than I should have been. And the rotted potato that I tried to hack wasn't just rotted on the outside. It was rotted all the way through the core. Now, for those of you that have never seen a rotted potato, you may think, oh, it's black. You know, it's got the, you know, like it's almost like it's burnt look to it. Some do. This one was purple. This is a potato, like a russet brown normal potato. It was purple in the rotted spot, so it was obvious again that was rotted. Now, when I hacked it open, the inside that was rotted, because it was contained, apparently liquefied. Now, when I hacked it, of course, we don't wear face masks. We have a hair net, I think, and like a beard net, but we don't have to wear a face mask. And they actually, I don't even think, encourage us to wear a face mask of any kind. So we literally had like a beard net, and that was it. I decided I didn't like the beard net because, again, it's hard to breathe the thing and it's itchy. I said, screw it, I'll just shave. So I shaved. Now, I hack open this potato with the gooey center and with as much force as I was mustering because I was so fucking pissed about not being relieved for over 2.5 hours and I'm hungry and needed to pee, that I split the thing wide open and the gross, purple, rotted goo of the potato leapt as if it was sentient into my open mouth. I can't throw up because I'm over the conveyor belt with all this stuff that's to be processed for food. Okay? I can't go to the bathroom to clear this mess from my mouth. I have to continue to do my job, and did so. Finally, one of the supervisors, we had like 4. It wasn't that big of a factory either. It was kind of weird. It was like a supervisor and 3 underlings, but 4 supervisors, let's just say. One of them came back finally and noticed that I was there and was getting ready to relieve the one kid behind me because it was their turn to bounce. But that guy behind me was nice enough to see what happened to me and know that I had been there longer than him. And when the boss came to relieve him, the supervisor came to relieve him just to give him like a 10-minute break because the other person was still finishing their lunch. The boss literally had enough wherewithal to point to me and say, "Wait a minute, wasn't he here the last time?" And the guy, without missing a beat, said, "Yeah, and he needs to go to the bathroom, like now." Alright, he broke me out. I left. I didn't even go to lunch because I couldn't eat at that point. I was puking my guts out. It was disgusting. And I come to find out later the reason that I wasn't relieved was because, again, the one person that decided she didn't want to do it anymore. Now, here's the fun part of this story. Not as disgusting as that was. Here's the fun part. I not only found out that she didn't relieve me, of course, so that was obvious. But then the question is where did she go? Did she quit? Did she relieve someone else? No. She went into the warehouse where we make boxes. That's another one of the jobs that I did. Where we make boxes. It's the end of the assembly line. And she hid behind a pallet of boxes and sat there for about 45 minutes before one of the bosses found her. They did not fire her. They did not ask her to leave. They did not punish her in any way that I knew of. And she went back to work like normal. Gotta love factory life. So as much as these people may bitch about a little bit of smell coming from the building next to them, you know what? Suck it up and deal, because you could be eating rotten potatoes. Bitch. Just saying. That shit was nasty. And that will haunt me till my dying day. I still can't look at potatoes whole and go anything other than, oh, I hope it's not green or purple. Because that was gross. It was slime inside that thing. It was literally something out of D&D that's supposed to eat your flesh and leave the goddamn armor behind. It's totally what was inside that thing. Here's Mim. She's our goldsmith. She's bringing me stuff. Your Highness, please accept this humble gift as a token of my deep affection, respect, and whatever else the rules tell me I'm supposed to say. I hope you like it. I worked hard on it. Now she gave us another awesome. The Burning Amulet. Now, Mim. Aha. She makes not only awesome jewelry, as you can see, sort of something specific. She also makes headgear, and a particularly interesting piece of headgear out there as well. So the Burning Amulet was one of my favorites, so I'm happy that she made that, but I'm going to have to make a headband next. Alright, I think I have a draft somewhere. Awesome. Now, let me show you, unless this is the last craftsman. Hold on. Yeah. Let me show you what she just made us. This one's not stellar. This is one that I like, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is not that cool. So we have Will of Disciple. We already knew that one. This is hers. Burning Amulet. +4 to your caster level when you're casting any of the following spells. Burning Arc caps out at level 10, 15 if you intensify it. We're well beyond that. Burning Hands caps out at level 5, level 10 if you intensify it. We're well beyond that. Controlled Fireball, again, caps out at 10, 15 if you intensify it. We're beyond that. Fire Snake, now we're talking. Fire Snake is a 15d6 attack, basically as high as it can go. It's 15d6 unless you intensify it, which means 20d6. So this one can obviously be upgraded. That's to your benefit. Fireball, again, just like Controlled Fireball. Firestorm, this one can go up to 20d6. So this is awesome. So Firestorm can not only, you can get up to the 20d6 sooner, you can actually, if you intensify it, you can actually find a way with this amulet to push yourself to at least 24d6 of damage. That's worth. Flame Strike, that's a 15d6. Intensified 20d6. So again, useful, just like Fire Snake. So we got 1, 2, 3 spells so far. It's benefiting us. Scorching Ray, I'm skipping around for a reason. Scorching Ray, this is the one where if you're caster level 3, you can cast this spell. It's a level 2 spell, and it's 1 beam. At level 7, you can get 2 beams. Level 11, where it caps out, it's 3 beams. So again, unless you're under level 11, this is completely useless for Scorching Ray. So again, Burning Arc, probably not interesting. Burning Hands, probably not interesting. Controlled Fireball and Fireball, probably not interesting. Scorching Ray, probably not useful. So it's really Fire Snake, Firestorm, Flame Strike, and Hellfire Ray. Now, this useful for me, useful for her, useful for our Necrolord lady here. Because we're all Ray caster types. And again, we'll all have access to Hellfire Ray, for example, and Fire Snake too. Hellfire Ray is the one that, just like Scorching Ray, has 3 beams max. But you get it at, let's see, this is a level 6 spell. I want to say level 13 you get it, the first beam. And then it was halfway between 13 and 19. 15? No. 16. So every 3 levels, you get another beam. So let's say at level 16 you get your second beam, which again, I'm level 16, so I could get 2 right now anyway. But if you're level 19 or higher, you get 3 beams. And that's this one does 15d6 of damage, best case scenario, per beam. Now you cannot intensify it. It says you can. That's bullshit. It says that you can empower it and reach it and maximize and all that shit. All that's still applicable. It says you can intensify it, but you cannot. So don't think you're getting a 4th beam or thinking that you're getting like 20d6 of damage from this, because you're not. But you could get that 3rd precious beam sooner. So this is useful again for, Fire Snake, Hellfire Ray, Firestorm, which is a cleric spell, I believe. Maybe a druid too. Flame Strike, which again is definitely a cleric spell. And again, there might be ways for us to get those for our wizard character, for instance, but this is a solid upgrade only for those characters and those instances alone. And again, I don't want to give it to her just yet because she's using the con gear from this. And I'm okay with that, but we will keep that on our person. That's worth keeping. Now, let's go back here real quick. I know it's been a long time, and it's about time for me to shut this video down because I am definitely getting loopy. I'm telling horror stories from my old working days. We got Valerie we could upgrade. Strong Nation. Cost abilities and static community bonus. Reduced cost. I honestly, these are things that I give less of a shit about than anything else. But we have 6 days before this is done, where Jod gets an upgrade, and 10 days before his curse is done. We have currently caught up on events. We have this guy working on this one, and he'll be done in 20 days, so before the month's over. So we're current and caught up. So again, we probably have another 14-day jump ahead of us. But that is for another time. My name is Brother Mutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, especially if you like the potato story. I got a million of them. I've been at all kinds of shitty-ass jobs. But with that, I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.